good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're watching. Welcome to the outdoor edition of Crime Time with DutyRon. I'm a retired New York City police detective with 20 years of law enforcement. And guys and girls, if you like all things true crime related, from a police perspective, from all different locations, please hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you will get all things DutyRon when I go live or upload another video. And today we're going to be talking generally, we're going to be talking about Gabby Petito, the case that we are all emotionally involved in, and our boys, Orrin and Orson West from Bakersfield, missing, reported from California City. In California, they had a prayer gathering today for Orrin and Orson West and Searing Classic. It's very windy here, so I'm hoping that the audio is good and that you guys aren't hearing a lot of the wind that's blowing in my face. My hair is blowing all over the place. Hello, Ricard. Good to see you. Hi, Kelly, Patty, Rose, Andy Crayons is here, Jessica, Maureen. Guys, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you. Ron, are you going to the fundraiser tomorrow for Gabby Petito out in Suffolk County? Yes. Yes, I will be there. It is in my home area, so I will make it out there and definitely make a donation. Any type of fundraiser. All right, let me know in the chat if the audio is good by pressing a 1. If you're not hearing a lot of noise, please let me know. Press a number 1 in the chat. Debbie, let's get together. Send me a message on DutyRon.com. All right, hopefully the wind is not too much. It is blowing quite a bit today. So guys, I wanted to get some chat. I wanted to get a chat together with you guys to talk about these very two difficult cases. And we'll start off by talking about Gabby Petito. You know, there's a lot of frustration with Brian Laundrie still being on the run. You know, the media keeps calling him a person of interest. He's suspect number 1, numero uno. Brian Laundrie is our prime suspect in the disappearance and the murder of Gabby Petito. And that is the reason why he is not bringing himself forward. It's the reason why he and his parents secured an attorney and invoked the Fifth Amendment. We're all pissed off about that. He's a scumbag. Come forward and face the horrific crime that you did commit. And you know, his parents, I don't care what anybody says, and I know there's a lot of people who say, you know, leave him alone. Yeah, I'm not bothering him. I'm just voicing my amendment right to freedom of speech. And my freedom of speech says that the parents know full well what their son did. They might not know in great details, but they know that something really horribly wrong happened on that trip. And when he came back and then went back to Utah, when he came back home to Florida and went back to Utah, and then came back on September 1st without Gabby, that to me is the ultimate indicator as an investigator that there is quite a bit wrong on what he did, and he had very good reason to lawyer up. And let me know if you guys are agreeing what I'm saying in the chat. Let me just know by a show of hands in the chat. Press a 1 if you agree, press a 2 if you don't, and don't be afraid to press a 2 if you really feel that I'm wrong. And I'll get into what I think, whether Brian is alive or not. I'll let you know what I think later on in this live stream. But we're going to walk and talk. Factual breakdown. Thank you. Hi, Gloria, Ricard, Paul Peck Drywall. Great to see you, my brother. I got the email, Paul Peck, that the silver play button is coming on Tuesday. So I already got my UPS shipping and tracking information. So the silver play button from YouTube, I got the email, and it's coming on Tuesday. So that's going to be exciting. All right, so a lot of people agree. There's a lot of number 1s in the chat. All right, I'm going to go over here because there's a wedding going on. I want you guys to see this wedding. Let me know if the signal is good, if it's holding out good. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. So there's a beautiful bride and groom over here at this wonderful park. And I'm going to go over and kind of photobomb them a little bit with a little bit of video. And they're having a moment right now. They're kissing for the camera. So, pretty cool. wedding. So I'm gonna go over here so I'm out of these. They're having a moment. Oh, let me not get in there. So, and there's the bridal party. Everyone's out and about. So yeah. So they're having a moment over there. Pretty cool. I like it. A nice background. So yeah, I don't want to photobomb them too much. But yeah, beautiful day, and they're married, newlyweds. So everything looks lovely. I mean, look at the sky. You couldn't ask for a better day. The leaves are starting to turn a little bit on the trees. So, oh, here comes the groom. Congratulations, congratulations. So there's the bride and groom. So they're probably going to come over here and take some pictures. So I'm not going to crowd them during their day. So they might be coming up here to take some pictures. So I'm just going to walk and talk with you guys. I got a really solid signal here, so it should be good. Yeah, they're coming up over here to take some bridge pictures. And I'm sure that the photographer's making them walk up over here. So look at, you got the beautiful sun. This is a great, great day to get married. Any day is a great day to get married. So I'm doing good, Lori. How are you? I'm doing good. So they're going to come walking up here. I'm going to get out of their way so they can get some good shots. I'll show you what they're doing. They're going to walk up to the bridge. So the photographers are behind them. Let me come out over here. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling all right. We're going to talk about my skin cancer and what my journey's going to be. Don't step on the gown, yes. So, bride and groom, they're taking their pictures. I'm going to leave them alone. So it is beautiful here. I'm sure lots of people get married and come here and take some photos. All right, let's get back into Gabby Petito, okay? So I want to just say, I'll get into that, Jilly, in a few minutes, but I did talk about it on a previous live stream. So yeah, I mean, I am certain that Brian Laundrie's parents have full well knowledge of what went on, maybe not the inner workings of what happened, but he did not just come home and lay his head down on a pillow and nobody said to him, hey, where's Gabby? She was living with him, as I stated in previous live streams. Gabby has been living there for over 2 years. So you don't just come home. You don't leave and then come home. I'm at a park in my town in West Hempstead. I'm at a park in West Hempstead, Long Island, New York. So, Brandy, yes, I'm certain that they did search the parents' house. The FBI and local police were inside that house for a long time. And they went in there with a warrant and they removed the items. But we don't know what else they did inside that house. You know, but yeah, I mean, don't go on a whirlwind tour in a van, in a customized van, and then show up without the second piece, you know? To me, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful spot. It's a small little man-made, you know, lake, pond. You know, so as John Walsh says, you know, and we'll get into a little bit of John Walsh in a few, towards the end of this live stream. But again, you know, we have to rely on our law enforcement partners, the FBI, the local police, the state, if they're involved in it, and our federal partners. It's a federal case. So the feds are handling it. You know, the feds are handling the case. And Dog the Bounty Hunter, although, you know, we don't know what his motivations are, and it's been speculated what his motivations are. John Walsh has a TV show. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say what people's motivation is and what they're doing and why they're doing it. But I say this, Dog the Bounty Hunter and anybody, any civilian, it's not their job to go and hunt and find Brian Laundrie. We pay our taxes to the feds and the state and the local authorities. The local, state, and federal law enforcement, that's their job to go and get the bad guys. Last time I checked, civilians, it's not our job to go out and fight crime. We're not supposed to be going and tackling. What's Dog the Bounty Hunter or John Walsh or anybody for that matter going to do if, oh look at this, if you find Brian Laundrie? Are you going to tackle him? Are you going to go after him and arrest him? You know, it's not a good, it's a dangerous thing. It's not a good thing to do. You know, so let me get out of these people. I feel like I'm intruding on their pictures. So that's my point, is that, you know, but Dog, hold on a second. But Dog is a bounty hunter. You know, this guy doesn't have, he didn't skip out on his bail. Last time I checked, Dog's claim to fame is that he's a bounty hunter. He's also a convicted murderer. He's killed somebody. He took somebody's life. So the last time I checked, he's not a good guy. He's got a bad criminal history. The guy freaking killed another human being. So ponder that for a little bit. Put that in your little pipe and smoke it. So Dog the Bounty Hunter, you know, he has no business sticking his nose in a federal case. And I guarantee you the FBI and the feds are not happy with him. So, look it up. Dog the Bounty Hunter, convicted of murder and went to prison. He's a freaking convict, okay? So, you can love Dog all you want. If you want to love someone who's taken another human being's life, that's your choice. I'm not going to tell you that you should hate the guy, but I'm going to tell you this. I don't like him. He killed somebody. Who here in the chat likes killers? Who likes a murderer? I'm going to put my number 2. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't like murderers. Put a number 1 in the chat if you want to support a guy who has taken another human being's life. I don't do that. I choose not to. I choose number 1. Number 2. I don't choose a number 1 on that. I tried to trick everybody. I choose a number 2. I wound up tricking my own self. So if you question that and you don't think that that's true, go and search. Do a Google search on his name. You could even do Dog the Bounty Hunter. Second chances, okay, second chances are second chances, but I personally would not invite that person who took another human being's life into my home. Sorry, that's my prerogative, that's my personal thoughts. Dog the Bounty Hunter took another human being's life. He has no business hunting down Brian Laundrie or any federal wanted person, anybody who's got a federal warrant. So let's move on from that, okay? He did his time in prison and he got out. So again, you know, you guys can take your support for a convicted murderer and you can do all you want with it. That's all good and well, all right? Again, Dwayne Chapman, look him up, Google him. He's a convicted felon. So, anyways, moving on. I feel that, you know, again, this is a case that has got a lot of people frustrated. We want answers. We want to know what's going on. We want to know where he is. I personally don't think he's alive. Me personally, I don't think he's alive. But that is my opinion and my opinion only. You know, I feel like he has been on the run. He's been out and about for over 30 days. Some folks will say he is in Mexico. He's outside the country living it up. It's not that easy to go outside the country and live it up. So I personally, this is my opinion. It's not that this is Bible. You guys ask me, hey Ron, what do you think? You know, is he alive? My thoughts are no. So again, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. MTG TV, thank you so much. MTGV TV, thank you. So again, if you choose to support someone who has been in prison for taking another person's life, then that's, that's your prerogative. I'm probably not for you, and you're probably not for me. But again, you can agree to disagree, and you're always welcome to stay and hang out here. So again, for my viewers coming in, the second part of this live stream is Orrin and Orson West, our boys from California City, reported from California City missing December 21st, 2020. This is coming up on 10 months. The 21st of this month, it'll be 10 months. They had a prayer gathering, over in California City at the home where he was reported missing December 21st, 2020. And Roro, the biological family, and all of the folks who were, who are close to this case, were down at the Bakersfield home, and they did a prayer. I watched it on Facebook. I'm going to link the the video that Roro did. It was a bunch of people holding hands and praying for Sincere and Classic, and again, Facebook. I watched it on Facebook with Roro. I'll link it down below in the description, and I will definitely put up. The that live stream if it's still out there. Hashtag find our boys. So Trezell and Jacqueline West reported them missing December 21st, 2020, and we have no answers. Nobody ever answered. There was one press conference that they did. There was one press conference that the parents did, and we never heard from them again. So we really talk about frustration, right? Talk about frustration in the Brian Laundrie, Gabby Petito situation. These folks in Bakersfield are just so devastated. Again, they have a situation where there's no answers to what happened to the boys. Where are the boys? They made a press conference just a few days after they reported them missing. And again, no further interaction, no further news conferences, no updated pictures, no help, no passing out flyers by the adoptive parents. I have a full playlist on Orrin and Orson West. And you got to go over there and look at it. These are two boys. They were 3 and 4 years old at the time. Now they're 4 and 5 years old. And again, no answers. 10 months we are into it, and it is just a horrific situation all across the board for everybody. Very sad, very sad. They were the foster parents, and then they adopted the kids. So. Again, it's just a horrific situation out there. And they had a bunch of people from the community. Roro was there, the biological mom was there, I believe. And I think that, quite a few community members were there to pray for Orrin and Orson West. And, pray for Sincere and Classic, and pray to get some answers, from the Bakersfield Police Department. Get some answers from Trezell and Jacqueline West. So I'm on the fence whether Brian is alive too. Who was that said that? Thank you, Jeffrey Crowley. Hi, Ron. I'm on the fence about whether Brian is alive or not. Sad about the boys. Yes. Could the lawyer help hide Brian? Anybody could help hide Brian, but would a lawyer help hide Brian? I'll answer that question as I rephrase it. I would say probably not. I don't think a lawyer would risk losing their license to hide a murderer. I doubt it. So again, let me just look at the chat quickly. Thank you, Jen Lowe, for being a moderator and hanging out. I discontinued the Discord, Lisa, because there was just not enough user engagement, so I discontinued it. But, you know, it is what it is. You're welcome, Donna. It's my pleasure. Pete Pranzo, always great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Suze. How are you? Hey, let me know where you're watching from, city, state, or country. And if you're new, put a new in the chat. And I'd like to say hello to all my new friends joining in. Let me know if you're watching from outside the country. Let me know if you're new. And I'd like to say hi. Hey, hello from Oregon. Great to see you. Hi, Judy. Welcome, welcome. Hi from Oregon. Hello from Norway, Ontario, Michigan, Ontario, Canada, St. Petersburg, Queensland, Australia. Great to see you. Thank you, Las Vegas. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Who else is here? Jennifer Nobles, there she is. Hi, Ron. Hi, DutyRon. Where are the boys? Absolutely. Where are the boys? Thank you for joining in the UK, Columbia, South Carolina, Ohio. Love from Iowa. Hello from Belgium, Tennessee, Iowa, Ontario. You know, and when I see Tennessee, I think of Summer Wells. You know, Don and Candace, don't think that you're off the hook, Don and Candace, because we are going to be ramping back up with the Summer Wells case as well. So, you know, just because things have been going crazy with Gabby Petito and the search for Brian Laundrie, don't think, hey, Don Wells, if you're listening, don't think that you're off the hook, because you're far from it. Candace and Don, we need some answers. We need some answers, and we need them now. So, I'm not leaving until we find the boys, says Shredder Tainment. Thank you. Thank you for that. So, again, I appreciate all the new folks. Judy Dahl is from South Dakota. Lisa. Liz Matthews, thank you for becoming a DutyRon Bronze member. Thank you, Donna. You rock as well. Hey, guys, listen. Not everybody's going to always agree with what I say. I'm not here to please everybody. I'm here to give you, from my channel's perspective, from a police perspective, how I feel about this stuff. And you know what? The beautiful part is if we could respectfully disagree with each other, then everyone's welcome to hang out. You know, it's not a one-sided conversation. Looks like the wedding, the bride and groom are still taking photos over there on the footbridge. Thank you, Ricard. Thank you. Thank you. My King of Kings. Amen to that. So, Sandra, thank you. Thank you. So let's walk and talk a little bit. Let's continue on. Let's go to our next spot. Let's chat it up. So I got my hat on, so this way the sun is not going to beat down on my head. So I do have my hat on. It's not a sunscreen approved hat, but I do have my hat on. I'm trying to be aware, and it looks like the sun is setting. This is the west right here. So you can see over here how beautiful it is. The sun sets in the west right there. So that's the sun going down. This is where Joey Brooklyn is, over here towards that area. That's Joey Brooklyn. Yeah, I got a hat on. I got a hat. Let me do this. Hold on a second. Let's turn it around. Whoops. I don't want to fall in the water. But I got my hat on. I got these spots here. This is from the treatment that I was putting on my head. So these are treated treatments, but the cancer is back up over here. But I keep my hat on no matter what. So, hi guys. I don't want to scare everybody off, but this is me. I'm actually here. So, let's. We're going to go down to the end where the ducks are, and then I'll look at the chat. I have sunscreen on. I have sunscreen on. Yes. Thank you. So I have squamous cell carcinoma on my head. So it's the second level of skin cancer, which is not good. It's not a good thing. I was happy that it wasn't melanoma. So I had about, thank you Angie for the super chat, $5. Let me get that back. You said that you felt that Brian Laundrie might no longer be with us. Can you tell us why you feel that way? It's my detective's intuition. That's why, Angie. That's what I feel in my gut, that he's not alive. I feel like he realizes that his life, as he knows it as a free man, is over. And what he did is something that he's going to have to pay the price of life in prison. There's not going to be any death penalty component to it. You know, so usually a death penalty Hello from Kuwait, Cat Lady 24, good to see you. Usually the death penalty, you need to have 2 or more human beings, lives being taken, and you need some other, like a law enforcement, a federal agent, things of that nature. So there's a little bit. I believe that he's not alive. I'm not saying that he killed himself. I'm saying that if he was in the wilderness or went into that spread, into the Carlton Reserve or wherever his favorite spot is, that there's a lot of predators in there that could potentially either eat him up or kill him. And that's what I'm saying. So let me get rid of that. Okay. So let me just make sure I'm not crushing my phone. Listen, everybody has their opinions, right? We all have our opinions. But until something happens, yeah, Sergeant Bill Cannon's wife had some major surgery, almost 8 or 9 hours worth of it. She's home. She's home now, so I saw his live stream. So, yeah, a true definition of a coward. But you know what, folks? Again, opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got one. And I don't know definitively what happened to him. Neither does any of you that are putting stuff in the chat. It's all of our opinions, and it's great to have a conversation, right? Who here enjoys to hear what other people's thoughts are? I'm going to put my hand up. I love that. I love to hear what Torrey Hartman has to say. I like to hear what Sergeant Bill Cannon has to say. I like to hear what you guys have to say. You know, and I never really discount, out what people say. I just say that, I respectfully disagree. So opinions are really great. And it's always great. Like, I look back at some of the past live streams, and remember when we were still looking for Gabby Petito? I look back at some of the comments, and the people were like, oh, he shot her, he stabbed her, he did this, he dismembered her, he did that. Well, we come to know now that what the truth is. We come to know what the truth is. And the truth is that death by strangulation. That's what it is. So everybody knows that we all made opinions. We all said things. I look at some of the conversations back from the chat, and I say, oh, wow, this one was wrong. And then on some of it, I say, oh, she was right. She was wrong. She was right. He was right. Some people got it. Some people got it right. And I said from the beginning that I felt like he did something to her inside the van in her sleep, smothered her or strangled her, were my words. And I wasn't right, about another concept I had, is that he called her out to a cliff and said, hey, let's take a selfie, and then pushed her off, because it just seemed easy to do. So that was another thing that I said. I put out 3 possibilities, and none of the possibilities were anything to do with shooting or stabbing. I felt like, they were on top of each other in that small van, and things got really bad, and arguments, and people get on each other's nerve. When you have a whole house to escape to sometimes, when you don't have a house to escape to and you're in a very small confined area, things can get ugly really fast. So, unfortunately, I think that's what occurred in this situation, So some people, by a show of hands in the chat, who said it was death by either strangulation or smothering? Who thought that he did that? And be honest about it. I mean, I could put my hand up. It was one of my theories. How many people, by a show of hands, of putting a 1 in the chat, if you felt that he strangled her or smothered her to death or anything like that? I just want to see. Crime and Justice, Andy Crayons, Jess, Jill, Donna. Yeah, so a lot of people felt that. Torrey Hartman. Hey, Torrey, thanks for joining. I appreciate you being here. So yeah, listen, I like to come out to this beautiful, peaceful duck pond and bring you guys a little bit of a different look as we talk about some of these cases. It's not always great to be in a studio and talking about crime cases and what happened to folks. It's good to come out and get a little bit of peaceful activity and surroundings like this. And I think that a lot of you guys like this. Yeah, Pete Pranzo said, you know me, DutyRon, I thought gun. Hey man, I respect that, Lieutenant. I respect that 100%, you know? So, you know, just something about that hour engagement with the Moab police told me that, you know, there was something not right about the guy, you know, and something was not you know, it wasn't all her, and it was apparent, you know. It is, it's a beautiful park, thank you. But you know, again, we could go down so many rabbit holes and so many Monday morning quarterback things. They should have did this, we should have did that, we should have did this. And everything when it comes to someone losing their life and someone being murdered, we always say, oh, if we would have just did this, maybe that wouldn't have happened. Denise Spalding, great to see you. Thank you for joining. Hi, Joey Brooklyn, welcome. You know, again, that's part of human nature. We always say, what if we would have did this? Maybe we could have prevented that, you know, and it's easy to do that and say that after the fact. Dot to Dot, great to see you. Hello from Sydney, Australia. So let me look at the chat quickly. DutyRon, did you see a photo of Brian with his nephew on September 6th campout? His arm is covered with so many bruises. Gabby fought hard. I did see that. I didn't see a close-up of all the bruises, but again, you know, that's something the parents should have seen and said something about. You know, maybe he discounted it and said, yeah, hey, Dad, it's rough being out there in the wilderness. You know, it's rough, you know, going out there and getting firewood and whatever, you know. But, you know, to go out on a family camping trip after coming home without your 2-year relationship, 2-year plus living in your parents' home, and then just going out on a family trip and the sister coming along and having s'mores, and it just, the whole thing stinks to high heavens. It smells like, it smells like a hog pit. In my eyes, it smells like a big old sow hog pit. It stinks. So all of it, I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. And you know what? Coming back onto Orrin and Orson West, I don't buy the story that Trezell and Jacqueline West, the adoptive parents, put out. And they said that their 2 boys vanished outside their backyard gate. And we have video, and we saw video that proves that that didn't happen. So their story stinks to high heavens too. Trezell and Jacqueline West are missing Orrin and Orson West. Sincere and Classic. It's the same bowl of bad soup. It's a bad story. And I feel like they should be dragged in as well. Just like the laundries. I feel they should be dragged in and questioned. I think they should be put in a box and they should be questioned over and over again. And why is it that Trezell and Jacqueline West get to go free and walk around and not give us any answers about what happened to their 2 boys? It's frustrating. It's sickening. It's all of the above, you know? FBI has Gabby Petito's van. It's in their custody. They processed it. It's not going back to anybody. That van is in their custody. It's part of the evidence package. Nobody will put their hands on that van again. It's in custody. So a lot of people are asking questions. Where is the van? Well, the van is in federal custody. So put them in the box. Put them in the box. So again, you know, Gabby Petito's family have brought and collected her remains. She was cremated. I don't know exactly what day, but that was their plan to retrieve their daughter's remains from the mortuary and have her remains cremated and brought back to Long Island, I would hope. But I don't know their exact plans. So at this time, being out here in this peaceful surroundings, you know, I say we take a moment of silence for our boys, Orrin and Orson West. You know, we don't know what their fate is, but it's 10 months and there's no sign of them anywhere. You know, and Gabby Petito, we know what happened to her. And I say we take just a moment of silence to listen to the sounds of nature and pray. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bow my head. Thank you for that super chat. Yeah, Max Place, it's all hogwash. So I'm gonna pray and as I said that, the sun comes blasting through. The sun was behind the clouds this whole time. And when I said, I'm going to pray, it came shining out right on my head, right on my face here. What a moment with the American flag flying high. Yeah, goosebumps is for sure. Amazing how God works. I'm at a park in West Hempstead, Long Island. It's called Halls Park, and that's where I am. Anybody in the area, come by. I'd love to shake your hand and meet you. If anybody's in the Long Island area, come on down. You can't miss me. Thank you, Jill. Yeah, that is just amazing. That was for our boys and Gabby right there. Orrin and Orson West coming right through, shining down on us from heaven. Gabby Petito, and all of the victims of crime that we've lost along the way. Unbelievable. It gave me chills. I don't know about you guys, but that just gave me chills. The timing of that, like the sun just blasting through as I said, let's pray. It's just unbelievable. And with the American flag flying high, it just doesn't get any better than that. Thank you, thank you. Hey guys, let me know down in the comments section if you like this type of live stream. I don't do these often, but I do try to bring these to you on a somewhat regular basis, you know, like once every 2 weeks I do something like this. Let me know if you enjoy it. Put it down in the comment section below. You know, you could just say yes or no, or you could say it here in the chat, yes or no. Some people don't like it, you know. Some people just want the doom and gloom and the gore. I think this is a peaceful way for us to have a conversation in a really peaceful surrounding, in a peaceful environment, in the public, outside in nature. And I think it is a place where we can all feel just a tad bit more comfortable about having some of these conversations. Roro, you're welcome. She says, thank you, DutyRon, for the prayers, much needed. I know, Roro, you guys are going through it there, and I wish that I was there in Bakersfield with you guys to send you hugs and love and prayer. But look at this. As I said, let's pray for our boys. That sun was behind all those clouds, Roro. And this is in New York. This is here in my hometown in New York. And as I said, let's pray for sincere and classic Orrin and Orson West and Gabby Petito. That sun blasted through, right through those clouds right there, and came beaming down on us. And now it's starting to go back into the clouds. Now the sun is going back behind those clouds. But it was a moment. It was a moment that I think is beautiful. I think the power of prayer, I believe in it. And if you don't, I respect that. But I believe in the power of prayer. You know, my aunt is a Catholic nun. I was raised praying. I prayed. I used to pray for our next meal because I grew up very poor. My parents were very poor. We didn't have any money. My grandmother used to borrow money from the neighbors just to buy food. So I know what it's like to struggle. So there's the sun. It's behind the clouds again. Prayer changes a lot. Prayer works. We don't always get our answers from the prayer, but there you go, EMT 623. So you know what I'm talking about. And there's a lot of people here in the chat that know what I'm talking about. You know, and that's why, like, when folks send in like Patreon support and super chats and stuff, I pay it forward because of the way I was raised, the way I grew up. You know, that's part of how I was before this. You know, when I got extra money, I would help other people out. So that's why every month when I get my payouts from YouTube, I allocate certain parts of it to good causes and to good people, you know? And that's what this channel is all about. So what I say is consider becoming a channel member or a subscriber of this community. Hit the subscribe button, it's free. Become a part of the Crime Time with DutyRon family. You are also going to get educational live streams. You're going to get live streams with respect. You know, on social media and in YouTube and all social media platforms, it's very rare to come across somebody who's 100% respectful to everybody. And, you know, we try our best here. Angie, thank you for the $5 super chat. I don't understand. She says, did Brian's parents plead the fifth when asked questions? Yes, they did. They did. They weren't even asked questions because as soon as the Northport police came to their door, they handed them their lawyer's card and said, we've retained an attorney. And once you say that to a police officer or a detective, you cannot question them. You can't say, oh, but, you know, oh, but. Can you answer these questions? No, it's over. You can't ask any questions. I can't pineapple pizza. I'm on my mobile and I can't do it from here. Can't slow the chat down. I'm sorry. You know what? I might be able to with my secondary device. All right, let me put this down and let me please the pineapple. Hold on. I'm gonna put this down. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna please the pineapple. I'm gonna slow the chat down. Let's see if I could do it from my secondary device. I could do this, I'm pretty damn good. So, let's see what we could do here. If I'm able to do this, then I'm good. Let me try it. I think I can do it. Hold on, I'm trying to slow the chat down. Hold on, guys. I might not be able to do it. I thought I could. Hold on, I'm still trying. Okay, I found it. I didn't give up. I didn't give up because I don't give up. Yeah, it says I can't do it from here. All of that time, I thought I had it. So pissed. You know me, I hate to give up on stuff. Oh well. Sorry, guys. I tried. I tried my best. Yeah, it slowed down because everybody left. No, I thought that there was a way I could do it in YouTube Studio, and I never did it from the mobile, so I gave up on it. But anyways, all right, guys, 45 minutes. I did give up. I usually don't, but I did. Because it's so small on my screen for me to see it. So it's just a pain in the neck to try to get it. But I think that if I did have like a little bit more patience, I could probably get it. But I'm not patient. Just use your finger. Jeez. No, you could just slow it down yourself. That person is correct. All you have to do is use your finger, and you could slow it down. But people just want the chat to go by slower. But I couldn't put it on slow mode. All right, let's look at our little friends, our little ducks here. They're up. Each one of these have a name probably. I don't know what their names are, but they're just hanging out, and they're just deciding on what they're going to have for dinner. So they're going to decide what. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that we could fix, in going forward. But thank you for that super chat. KR says, why couldn't they take domestic violence stops for mental evaluation at hospitals before charges are made? I mean, listen, there's plenty of room for improvement, but if that, I know what you're referring to. If that happened in New York, if that car stop happened here in New York, there would be 2 arrests made. But that couldn't have, that's not an end-all, save-all, So Muffin wins, because Muffin says, I don't like slow mode. Just a bunch of quackers looking for snacks. It's correct. That is correct. All right, guys, listen, so 45 minutes. Again, I don't think that an arrest would have saved Gabby Petito's life, but you never know. I mean, if that arrest happened and then she called her parents and they said, all right, I'm going to fly you home, maybe we would have had a different story. So, I mean, anything is possible. And I don't like to say that, no 2 situations are the same. No 2 domestic violence situations are the same. And domestic violence is very deadly. It's one of the deadliest calls that police deal with. And those guys had an hour and change to deal with that situation. And I'm not sure that they had no alligators here. I'm not sure that they have a lot of domestics in that area, but a lot of camping, a lot of people who have RVs and that camp at camping sites, they have disputes. People get drunk. People get into arguments over spaces. I'm sure that a lot of these outdoor channels or the van life channels can tell you about how people argue at campsites. Add alcohol into any situation, and add alcohol into any situation, and then you have instant people acting like idiots sometimes. So traffic stops are deadly, but domestic violence are the #1 most dangerous calls. At least they were for us in the New York City Police Department. They're the most dangerous and the most deadly. So that's what we got going on here from New York. And listen, here, there's clouds. There's no more sun coming through. There's no more sun coming through. The sun is behind the clouds. So that was a testament to the power of prayer. When I said, let's pray for Orrin and Orson West and Sincere and Classic and Gabby Petito, when I said, let's pray for our boys and Gabby, that sun blasted through over to my left. So that was pretty amazing. I'll say that, amazing. Here's the auxiliary police station where I am here. And this is the command bus for the auxiliary Nassau County Police. And here I am. I'm really here. DutyRon really does exist. And I'm here for you guys, hanging out, having a conversation with the ducks. It's me, you, and the ducks. And we're just hanging out. So thank you for that. I appreciate you guys coming along and chilling out. just keeping an eye on them. I keep an eye on everybody because, you know, when you're out in public, you don't know who's around you. I don't know who these people are. So I'm always, you know me. And plus I'm always packing. I got my sidearm with me. I've always got my firearm with me. DutyRon's always packing. So that's how it goes with me. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it on this beautiful shot right here. You're welcome, Rachel, I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, listen, again, I do these live streams for you guys. I want you to see some of the beauty. I want you to see outside and see the nature as we talk about some of these more difficult cases. And I think it's a healthy thing. Love you right back, Shannon. Thank you. I think it's a healthy combination to intertwine a little bit of nature with some of these crime stories that we talk about. I think it's important. I like to always review the chat. I like to see, you know, what slipped by, what didn't slip by, what I missed. So it gives me stuff. It gives me stuff to talk about. Hold on a second. Debbie, want a coffee when I visit you? Yes. Bring me a coffee. I would love a coffee. That would be awesome if you come and visit. So thank you, Mick V says, Rip Gabby from, where was that? Where was he from? Sweden. Thank you, Sweden. I appreciate that. First time on the live stream. Thinking Logical, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Thank you. Imagine that. A lot of new people coming in, and it's greatly appreciated. Goodbye, Gil. All right, guys. I'm wishing you a lot of love and respect from my house to yours. God bless the world. God bless the United States of America. And God bless each and every one of us here in the chat and all victims of crime and their family across the globe. Much love and respect from DutyRon. Thank you so much for joining this interactive live stream from out and about. And let's say some extra prayers for Gabby Petito and her family, the Schmidt and Petito family, Oren and Orson West, sincere and classic, his biological parents, Roro, the biological cousin, Jennifer Nobles, all the great folks in Bakersfield, and boots on the ground searching for our missing EquiSearch. They are fantastic. Go over to DutyRon.com and check out my website. Subscribe and check me out on all things social media, all one word, DutyRon. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for joining.